Hello again. This is Michael Kelly here, Brainwave entrainment developer for the Brain Evolution System, or Brainwave for short. Today, we will be discussing the fifth level of the Brain Evolution System, Disc 5, Neptune's Cave. I will be going over what this level does and what to expect as you start on your fifth month in the series. Disc 5 is one of the few in the series to make use of some soft ambient music as part of the program. All of this is combined with some of the sounds found in previous discs like water and even the sound of wind. In Disc 5, our goal is to deliver you into the deepest, most relaxing meditation yet, drawing you deeper into your subconscious than ever before. The idea is to bring you close to your source. You can call this your intuition, your spirit, anything you prefer. Either way, we are taking you deep into the mind while providing a powerful sense of well-being and satisfaction with yourself. As always, audio events are placed at specific times to help direct the brain's conscious attention towards certain key areas in the entrainment program. I will explain the areas in greater detail as we reveal the usual entrainment map for this particular series. Disc 5 is another favorite of many users, simply because of the amazing sense of relaxation, mental, and emotional clarity that it can provide. This disc, as you'll soon see, provides the lowest rate of theta and even delta entrainment frequencies than any other disc throughout the entire series. Before we look at the entrainment map for this disc, let's recap the function of the other levels up until this point. In Disc 1, we teach you to relax quickly and efficiently. As said before, learning to relax is a gateway condition to the self-control of the mind, and is therefore taught before all other levels. Moving on to Disc 2, we challenge your ability to relax using audible distractions and slight delays into relaxing meditation. This is done again to strengthen your ability to relax and connect with your subconscious thoughts. Disc 3 took the concept of Disc 2 to a new challenge by taking you even deeper into slower brainwave rates while countering with a plateau of faster brainwave activity. This contrast in fast and slow brainwaves was applied to hold your attention on your subconscious activity, allowing you to pay attention to your inner workings with greater clarity. Next, Disc 4 offered a well-deserved break from the previous challenges by coupling the usual relaxation with an example of balance between upper and lower brainwave rates. This disc completes with a burst of frequencies geared towards stimulating clear attention and focus. Now, for the entrainment map for the current level, Disc 5. We begin as usual with our prime tier. Here, we enter near the center point between alpha and theta frequencies and take a fast, deep dive towards delta over the course of roughly 8 minutes. This delta entrainment holds for the remainder of the disc until the last 8 minutes, where we make a quick ascent back up to the same center between alpha and theta that we had entered at. As usual, this is done to return you back to a more normalized state of consciousness. The major tier begins by entering a bit lower than the prime tier, around in the theta region. Here, we make a familiar arc down towards low theta. Once we reach the base of that descent, a rush of wind indicates this point in the audio. From there, we continue that same arc all the way up until we reach the same alpha centering point that our prime tier started out at. Here, a rush of wind indicates this point for the conscious mind to pay attention to. This center rate continues in a straight line until roughly the last 10 minutes of the program, where we make a slow ascent to high alpha, again as a way to return you to a more normalized state of consciousness. This slight rise in frequency is accentuated by a similar rise as seen in the prime tier. Last, we have the minor tier. This tier enters at the same alpha region as our major tier, yet makes an opposite move upwards in an arc towards the centering alpha theta frequency. This state of balance is indicated both by a swell of wind along with an ambient musical announcement, again to make the conscious mind aware of this special point. From there, we continue that same arc, moving back down to the alpha region that we had started out at. At this point, we intersect our major tier and the two tiers complete a circle. This complete point is also indicated by wind and a period of special ambient music. Moving on, we invert our arc and travel down to the same theta region which our major tier had previously touched upon. Again, another swell of wind and music accompanies this special point of balanced frequencies. There, the arc continues, inverts, and moves all the way back up to meet our major tier at the usual alpha/theta centering frequency. The only difference is at the last 10 minutes or so where we take an opposing dip down towards the high theta frequency that we had entered at. This completes another example of the balance between entrainment frequencies and completes this disk. At the end of this interplay between brainwave states, you will hear a refreshing tone which indicates the completion of the disk while highlighting the perfect balance of frequencies surrounding our alpha and theta center point. This, in effect, is a reminder of the balance of frequencies that had actually occurred previously in Disk 4. Like Disk 4, the concept of Disk 5 is to provide an example of balance between brainwave frequencies. Yet in Disk 5's case, we take this application down a couple of notches into the realm of deep theta and delta regions. The idea is done to show you the ins and outs of various brainwave states so that you and your brain can navigate these brainwave states with greater efficiency. Unlike Disk 4, the rates in Disk 5 are far slower in frequency. This takes you into a pocket of slower background thinking, then give way to a host of mental imagery as details from your subconscious bubble up from the deep recesses of your mind. Also, even though there is a rise in frequencies towards the end, you may not experience the same rush of attention and clarity as might have been experienced in Disk 4. In fact, this disk will probably create a very comfortable full body relaxation and even put you to sleep as you first start using it. For this reason, you may find it best to use this disk towards the end of the day. As always, experiment and see what time of day works best for you. Given the relaxing nature of Level 5 and its tendency to put you at rest, you may find an increase in dreams once again. As always, keep a journal of these or any other events as you proceed through this level. The subtle cues of the subconscious world hold a wealth of information about who we are and what makes us tick. It can only increase the value of the program by paying close attention to what's happening inside of you as you move along. It is also noteworthy to mention that, however uncommon, some users have reported a bit of anxiety when using this disk. This is very rare, yet seems to happen with individuals that are very stressed at the time and are somewhat resistant to the quick, profoundly deep relaxation that this level can provide. If this is the case with you, contact us so we can determine if you might need to step back a level before proceeding on with this disk. Again, this is very uncommon, so if you are at a period in your life that is challenging, you may simply find it useful to do a little stretching and some deep breathing before you listen to this disk. This will make you much more susceptible to the deep mental and physical relaxation that this disk offers without resistance. That said, feel free to contact me or anyone in our support staff if you have any questions, or even to simply say hello. Contacting us is simple. Just visit www.support.brainev.com. Submit a ticket there for a prompt reply. This concludes this presentation of Disk 5, Neptune's Cave. As always, read your user's manual prior to use. Again, this is Michael Kelly wishing you good health and a sharp mind. Next month, we'll be coming up to the final level, Disk 6, Fusion. The beauty of Disk 6's design is truly something to look forward to, as it summarizes the entire series into an odyssey of sound and brainwave entrainment. Until then, keep listening. This is me, signing out.